good afternoon. I'm already hungry, so I'm going to try to make this brief. So my name is Cruz. I'm assistant professor here at Northeastern University in the MFA in Information Design and Visualization, and I'm here to talk to you about a project named which is the Portuguese representation in the London Design Biennale 2016. The name of the theme of the Biennale is Utopia by Design, since they are celebrating the 500th anniversary of Thomas More Utopia. Okay. So there are 32 countries being represented there, and here we have Portugal, just to give you some context, okay? And this is the Portuguese Commission. So Manuel Lima is the curator. We have Marta de Menezes. She is a biological artist. And you have me. I work mainly in visualization, mainly on the digital part. The whole concept behind this, or that structures this this piece, this installation, it will be made of 4 panels. They'll be acrylic, and some will support an utopian view of Portugal, and others will support a dystopian view of Portugal. The utopian view will be made recurring to biological components, and the dystopian view will be done using a digital animation. Right now, we are going to use 2 themes, and we have settled with one. Which is the gender pay gap, okay, which can be approached from a dystopian and an utopian view. So regarding the dystopia, we have 2 genders, right? I'm teaching something to you today. And trying to be unbiased, we have a yellow gender and we have a cyan gender, okay? So this is the data that we are using. Here we have major metropolitan areas in Portugal. And you can see on the first column the total earnings of the yellow gender, the total earnings in millions of euros of the cyan gender, and then something very important to notice is that we also have a gap in terms of employment. I mean, there is one gender that is more employed than the other gender. So, for example, we can see that often the yellow gender has 20% more employees. Nevertheless, you can also look at the main problem, which is the 20% gap in salaries. We are talking about average salaries. It's rounding to 20%. This is data from 2013, and we even have regions that it peaks 37%, okay? So, one way to show this is through cartograms, because we are showing dystopias, so that's distort, deform the shape of Portugal. So the sign that I'm using here are two pairs of circles per parish. So we have 2,882 total parishes. And so the top circle will symbolizes the number of employees of a certain gender in that parish. And the biggest circle represents the total earnings of that parish. So the objective is to have a very slow, evolving visualization that runs for about 5–10 minutes, and that starts building this cartogram. Let's speed this up. So, as you can see, you have on the 13 is Lisbon's metropolitan area, so it's the biggest region. As you can see, most of the earnings are done there, and you can see the inequality in terms of gender disparity in terms of pay. So as you can see, the yellow make much more money than the blue gender. And the interesting part here is that in the exhibition we are not going to tell who is the yellow and who is the cyan. that's part of the playfulness of the exhibition, in the sense that we are also playing in how biased people are in interpreting those visualizations. So in this map, you can also see the regions that contribute with most of the income to Portugal. And I think that personally cartograms work very, very well to depict this dystopian view of the country. Working with utopian view, this part will be done by Marta. It will be also a cartogram, but made of bacteria. So what she has, or what she can do, is to have these two types of bacteria. One is blue, the other is red. The blue has to be in the center, those are the conditions. And what we are going to do here is to, by using the diameter of the blue bacteria, we are going to display the average salary of the gender with the lowest income, okay? And below it, so the red arc will symbolize the average salary of the gender with the highest income. So the difference, you know, the thickness, I don't have my mouse pointer, but the thickness of the red bacteria will symbolize the amount of growth that has to be attained in order to reach for equality, okay? And the funny part is that those bacteria indeed grow. So during the exhibition, the blue bacteria will fuse with the red bacteria, and it will become a whole circle made of one color, as if utopia has been attained. I mean, as if equality has been attained. So the whole exhibit, we already have a schematic, as you can see. This is by municipality, not parishes, because it would be overwhelming for Marta to do almost 3,000 petri dishes, so she's doing 300, which is already pretty much. But as you can see, per parish, you have, you can also already see some parishes where you have equality, meaning you can't see a red circle, okay? And then you have also municipalities that make a lot of money, but where equality is also huge, okay? So we are representing this on a map with petri dishes, and then we are letting them evolve in order to have our utopian view on this theme. And this is my presentation, and finishing with paraphrasing to Oscar Wilde, a map of the world that does not include utopia is not worth even glancing at. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pedro.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
So regarding the indexicality part of this project, perhaps here we are looking at reverse engineering of indexicality, in the sense that we are building the traces in the biological part, you know, in order to have...
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the